Oakland. Entonces Oakland va a estar presente también mañana. So freedom movement.
Hi, my name is Eric Quezada. I'm with Dolores Street Community Services, which is a part of the San Francisco Bay Area Comprehensive Immigration Reform Coalition. And we were here today protesting both the near implementation of SB 1070, but also calling on Nancy Pelosi to take more action in terms of moving forward a legalization in Congress for our peoples.
Yeah. And as far as your own work with this, has there been, I know that you probably went down to Arizona, and you hear different things. It looks like there's pockets of resistance down there. You have a lot of Rasa and a lot of migrants that are, you know, rightfully scared, but it looks like you have other elements that are actually against, you know.
I think what's important, you know, and you know, I want to be real clear on this, because no one sector of our movement by itself can stop the onslaught that we're feeling in our communities today. And so I think it's important that we build these pockets of resistance, but it also be broad. So in Arizona, what you're seeing is really beautiful. You're seeing faith-based communities coming together. You're seeing labor. You're seeing people from outside of the community come in there. You're seeing more militant resistance. You're seeing also, you know, more moderate resistance. But what's important is that we're united in the opposition to the type of fascist laws that are being implemented and advanced by the right wing currently. And I think a united front is where we need to be. That's what you saw here today, was a real united front of all different sectors of our movement. We may not agree 100% on everything, but we know we have to be united in order to fight back. And I think that's a beautiful thing that we're living. There's an undercurrent in this country that's not being captured by the mainstream media. There was over 300,000 people on March 21st in Washington, D.C. fighting for immigration reform. There was 100,000 people in Arizona, you know, a month ago. There was 150,000 people in Los Angeles on May Day, and probably nearly 1 million people across the country fighting for immigrant and worker rights on May Day. This movement is growing and building despite the obstacles being put forward by the politicians, despite the inaction in Washington, D.C. on jobs, on the war, on immigration reform, on the environment. This is the story that's not being told. And in my, you know, life of activism, I honestly can say I've never seen this type of groundswell across the country like we're feeling right now. It is not being reported, and sometimes even here in San Francisco, we don't realize that there are people in places like North Carolina and Arkansas and Indiana that are fighting for their rights, that are out there by themselves, and Arizona, you know, that are, but we welcome the decision by the judge today, but it doesn't change anything. You know, there's still 1,000+ deportations per day. That's getting near 500,000 deportations. Obama says he's against mass deportations. 400,000, 500,000 people a year sounds pretty mass to me. So we need to put a stop to this. We need to pressure. We have elections coming up. Those who want to work on the electoral front, the Democrats are going to feel you know, all these campaigns are going to feel the ire of the immigrant and Latino and Asian communities that vote, if they're not going to come out in the numbers to support the way they have in the past, because they don't feel supported.
And one thing I found was kind of weird was, you know, the publicity by the Whitman campaign saying that she has Latino support because she put some, you know, apparently she's running ads and
she's spending, you know, a ton of money in the Spanish-speaking media. And this is what's important. The danger of inaction by those who supposedly are our friends are causing this confusion. If they don't see who supports them, then they're going to go with whatever message someone can buy. We need action, and that way people will be committed to those who are our friends. And those who don't support us, we won't support no matter what party they're from. And those who are on the fence, they get nothing either.